Good evening, people. It's me, Wiley Queenan /Shortram551, as everyone's going to notice me by. Anyways, I'm here today to show you how to build this beauty. Or at least right now I think it's beauty. It's a beauty. Grammar, everyone. And yeah, I'm just gonna build it away. This is a Lego Edward from Thomas the Tank Engine, obviously. Not gonna be anyone else. Can't really show you much. He's kind of similar to James, so there's not really much difference from him. Except I just kind of rebuilt the entire front. I redid the tender. I also copied this, added it to James, and turned it red because I realised that I'd done James's tender wrong. Because he has 6 wheels and not 4. And then anyways, I used these wheels because I think they looked better compared to the models. I still don't know if I'm doing models or CGI trains. I guess there's not really much difference. Anyways, let's get to it. So we're just going to generate the building guide here. As you can see in the left-hand side, there's Lady, there's some trucks, there's some Eddsworld characters, there's a TARDIS, there's some other people, and there's Edward, of course, I've just pulled him out. Slowly, over time, while I'm building these trains on the computer, I've been trying to find the bricks online. Bit difficult. If you go on Bricklink, most of the bricks are from the US, and that's kind of not helpful. Also, this colour of blue, which is most suited to Thomas the Tank Engine, you don't really get many bricks in that colour, which is quite unfortunate, so I'm kind of stuck using normal blue on my actual Thomas model, which you can see in some of my videos. And slowly I've just added little features, which, you know, the whole general build of Thomas the Tank Engine hasn't changed. He's still the same shape. I've just added a couple of bricks here and there. His fronts maybe had a bit of a modification. The backs maybe changed slightly. I don't know. It's all those tiny little things. God, this is taking forever. All these tiny little things that don't really matter. And then, of course, but the troublesome truck has had a huge change. I tried to make it look a bit more troublesome. Well, not troublesome trucky. I tried to make it look more like a real truck. So I modified the bottom and thing. So here we are with 96 steps. So we're going to start straight away with a nice big base plate. So then we're just going to add some more, and we're going to add them at a weird slight angle. Now I actually built this quite a while ago, so I don't know how long it's been, or what I do. So these wheels, of course, you know, I haven't really... Okay, so it looks like we're now building a tender. And for some reason we're adding... Right, for coupling... One thing I pointed out is I added these at the bottom, these 2x1 flat tiles at the bottom, and I also add it to the top at some point, because it kind of makes it stay on there. It kind of secures the connection strong a bit more. It kind of makes it a bit more, you know, tougher, because it is a tender, so it should really stay on and shouldn't just be as easy to disconnect as a truck would be. Anyways, we're now just kind of building the main body of the engine, so we're just kind of running the plates down the bottom. And then we're just kind of adding the side, whatever you want to call these. I need to learn some train terms. Anyway, so we start using flat tiles near the front, which I think is interesting. Put these together, put that on, and we put these on. So now we're just slowly building the body, of course, and this is the back end, obviously, because we've got the tender. That's the last connection point, if you want to watch that again. Yep. And those two should stay quite firm together. I've tested it on real Lego, and it is pretty strong, it's pretty sturdy. I did it to the Emerald Knight, and it's a lot more tougher, it's a lot better. So anyways, you're just kind of continuously building up plates and bricks. And then, yeah. So we're supposed to be going out to Frinton at some point. Don't know how long we're going to be there. Probably not long. Maybe not. Might not even be there a day. You know, just going to do our random shizzle, as we normally do. Anyway, so now we start building up the windows, and I try and make them black so you can't see through them, because I don't like... Personally, I don't put the minifigures in there. You could just build your own separate cab for that, because there's still room in there to put a minifigure, I guess, but you know, it's not really very good. For play, it's okay, I guess, but oh well. So anyways, at the tender at the back, you can see I put the flat tiles down. That's so you can add and remove coal I don't think I've actually built coal for this version yet. I might have done for the Troublesome Truck, but I lost that. I built one in IRL, in real life, and it works quite well. The kind of jagged pieces. So anyways, now we're kind of building the top of the boiler, and it's just kind of slowly getting done. So then we start adding the top of the cap, which supports the roof section. Hopefully this works. Right, I think these bricks on the middle, it doesn't really matter what colour they are. Something else that's new on the trains I build is that I try and make the faces more sturdy, because I found out that by having a simple joint axle, they just kind of slip. They twist and turn. So I actually use because they have the cross point inside. That's the front. You could add the levers if you want. I just added them because they had the little parts, didn't they? I just used that piece, which has literally just gone in, out, in, because it keeps the face in one place as long as it doesn't turn. And then the face goes on, of course, and then you just add more bricks. Add your flat tiles. You add these. You start adding your roof. Now, I've actually rebuilt Annie and Clarabelle. Who here would like to see Annie and Clarabelle? Because I'm quite happy with how they turned out compared to my last version, which was pretty much just boxes. I'm trying to focus more now on my trains to have a bit more detail. I'm trying to think of ways I can add that detail. Here on the back, we've just got a small piece which you know, just kind of adds to the detail, so it's not just a plain back. So I'm still building the tender. Ooh, yeah, there was a brick that went in there. We're going to add a dome to this one because we can. There we go. We're just adding more as we go along. And slowly, you can easily tell this is Edward by now. I think now we're building... Oh yeah, this is part of his tender, which just kind of like stops the coal spilling out. This is his lamp, pretty easy. Just slot that on there and it just goes in the middle. Then we start building the front section to his cab. Slots on like that. And the second part, boop, and on it goes. Right, then we start adding the wheels. Now he has got he's got four wheels, of course. No, 4 wheels on each side and the main engine. So he's got 8 wheels in total on the main engine, but he's got slightly smaller wheels at the front, and I realised that by using the ones that I used on James, it wasn't really going to work because the scale was kind of wrong. So I just kind of used the same size wheels, because Lego haven't made wheels that are slightly bigger or slightly smaller than these, which would actually be quite nice. And I think that's it. So to have these wheels at the front here a bit smaller would be nice, but all these wheels at the back here are a bit bigger, because you know they're supposed to fit under this section here, or at least they're supposed to look like that. Anyways, but that's what I've been able to pull off in LDZ so far. I have actually downloaded Bricksmith, as you can see over here, but it's not really kind of doing it for me. I guess I'll learn to use it if I have to, but for now I'm staying with DDD. LDD, not DDD, what would that be? Dego Digital Designer. Anyways, that is Edward. I hope you've enjoyed. Let's just go to a view mode, which I didn't intend on doing, but you know, you can see anyways. Thank you very much for watching. This is Edward. There's the new Troublesome Truck I was talking about. If you want to see a tutorial on that, I can easily show you. Very, very simple, very quick. And the other one, I think this actually quite suits Edward as well, because you know he had to have the whole boot base thing in the very old series. This is my Annie and Clarabelle now. They're a bit wider, so they kind of give it realistic, and you've got these kind of side panels here, which I think are quite nice. The bottom isn't just simple wheels, they've actually got this kind of stepping rod. The connections haven't got the thing, but of course you don't need the thing. And inside there's chairs and tables, so you can actually remove this roof, and you can play with your minifigures in there. So if you want to see these two, just let me know in the comments section below. Be very appreciative, and just to see them on Edward. There you go. And that's pretty much it for now. This is Shortrun551, over and out. Say bye, Edward. Yeah, we love you too.